It is December the 22nd here in the Dallas area. This is Global Prayer Outreach. I want to make another video. I've been a pastor for a long time. Been a Christian even longer than that. And so I've done a lot of praying, and I've done a lot of watching things coming upon the world and upon our country in particular. And so I want to give those who may be interested a report on some things that I know that I know spiritually, not things that I intellectually. I have found that there are three types of people in the world. Which one do you fall into? There are those, a small minority, who make things happen. Those are the movers and shakers of the world. Then there's a bigger group, larger group, that watch things happen. They're aware, they're watching it, they report, some of them, on what the movers and shakers are doing. And then there's a vast majority, a sea of humanity, that go about their daily lives and seek to work and do the right thing, and they look up every now and then and they wonder what happened. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who look up and wonder what happened every now and then. I must confess to you that I have been a watcher of things happening in the world and in this country for much too long, because in the Bible, the word of Jesus Christ, of whose I am, it says in several places, in Ezekiel 33:7, that says that if the watchman on the wall, those spiritual people whom God has called, I believe I'm one of them, who see things coming upon their country and they don't report it, that they are held accountable for it. And that actually, even in our laws today around the country, they become accomplices to the crimes that are being committed against humanity. So today, on December the 22nd, I want to inform whoever of some things that I know spiritually. Now, this first one's going to be obvious to everybody because it's getting real obvious. And the first thing that I know in my spirit is that there are powerful winds of change blowing globally and nationally. We say, yeah, everybody knows that. Second thing, I know that the times of the end, as spoken of in the book of Revelations out of the Bible, have arrived. I know that. Are we in the 7-year tribulation? I don't really know that. But I know that we are at the end of time. And time as we know it in this country is not anything like what it was a decade ago or when I grew up. Well, that's because you're so old. No, it has changed spiritually. And the third thing that I want to report to you that I know is that our enemies, I'm talking about America now, that's what I want to talk to you about, is our country, America, which is in deep trouble. I know that our enemies are too strong for us now. I know that to go about and do the things that we have been doing is not going to work. But we're not going to just vote every couple of years and go back home and feel good about ourselves. We're not going to bombard the switchboard at the White House. We're not going to march and demonstrate. It's not going to do any good. If you want to do it, fine. That's a good thing to do. But that's not enough, because our enemies have risen up and gotten too strong for us. In the book of Psalms, King David said, Psalms 35:10, all my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and needy from him that spoileth him. There are powerful forces at work right now, mostly in the area of economic, that are at work, that have been at work for not decades, not centuries, but for thousands of years. I'm talking about spiritual forces, which are at the root of all that's going on right now. We see the fruit of what's going on, but we rarely talk about or study about the root of what's going on. I'm talking about spiritual forces. Satan. I'm talking about Satan and his efforts to conquer and control this world. Satan rebelled in heaven. There was a war in heaven. He got kicked out of heaven. He came to the earth. His forces cropped up at the Tower of Babel, and the Babylonian system, which is a conspiracy, by the way, has been at play ever since, and it is taking place right now. And we're about to see the culmination of this Babylonian evil, demonic plan come to fruition. And at this point in time, our enemies have become too strong. Well, I see this. I've been watching it for a long time. And I don't want to become accomplice to it. So I have to warn you. Whether you listen to it or not is your prerogative. But I can be silent no longer. For about 33 years, I've been watching this new world order come to pass. And I've been reading books, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been waiting on somebody else to do something. And there are a lot of people out there doing something about it. And I want to congratulate you and say, job well done. But I gotta say something too. This new world order has risen up. It has been going full speed ahead, and the end time Antichrist Babylonian system is not about to be. It's not fixing to be. It's in place right now. Right now. And so through Eustace Mullins, a man I greatly admire, and had the pleasure of meeting him, interviewing him, you can see those videos if you go to my website at globalprayeroutreach.com. You can see those videos with Eustace. Anyhow, Eustace began to talk to us about monopolies of the world. He became interested in monopolies a long time ago. What's a monopoly? That's where a cabal, a group of companies or men gain control